Hi, I'm Susie Miller, the Better Relationship Coach, and I'm committed to helping you create better relationships in business, life, and love in just 30 days or less. And I'm so glad that you've joined us for this 10 days to effective communication with everyone, every time little course, because I really believe that if you begin to master these things, your communication will go better. And as I've said so many times, communication is the cornerstone of relationships. So today I want to talk to you about understanding that it is a journey. It's a process. You will go through these 10 days, you'll learn a lot, you'll start putting them into practice, but at the same time, you'll begin to see places where you need to grow more, or you'll try a new skill and it won't go well, or you'll be frustrated as you think back on conversations that you didn't use these skills on. I really just want to say to you, take a deep breath, pause, give yourself some grace to know that this is a journey, this is a process. I am a relationship and communication expert, and I still am learning every day better ways to communicate. In fact, just the other day, our 28-year-old daughter called and we had a really interesting conversation about a miscommunication. And it was so funny to listen and hear her try to share her thoughts and think in my head, okay, don't think like a mom, think like she's a client. How would you want to handle this well versus having all that emotion stir up and kind of handle it wrong? And the misunderstanding came because of some, communication issues that we had at the holidays. And they were mostly my fault. And how was it my fault? Well, I was assuming some things about the way I communicated, that she communicated the way I communicated. She, of course, read between the lines. And this daughter is very matter of fact, very black and white. And so I missed some things. It was really interesting. The timing of this communication was great. I realized that I'm in process just like you guys. And I couldn't wait to share this with you because isn't it good to know that I struggle too? Relationships, communication are an ongoing journey. If you want a good relationship, you're going to have to invest in it over and over and over again. In the good times, in the times when you just want to make a point and be understood, and in the hard times. That is how you get and go deeper in a relationship. Let me step back and talk about that in business, life, and love. So in business, a lot of times we may have a conversation with somebody that doesn't feel like it goes that well, and it's much easier to go, you know what, it's work, let me put it off, and not realize that pushing through and learning how to have a good conversation and communicating well with them, especially when it's tough, builds the relationship and actually takes the relationship to the next level. And don't you want your teammates, your clients, your colleagues to be loyal and have good feelings about your relationship? Well, as one of my friends says, you got to go through hard to get to good. So remember that sentence when you're thinking about yourself and you're evaluating how you're doing in these 10 days. You've got to go through hard. It's hard work to learn new skills. It's hard work when you practice and it doesn't go well, to start again and practice again and literally say, hold on, it didn't handle that well. Let me rewind and let's try that again. I'm willing to go through hard to get to good. That's a great perspective, isn't it? Being willing to go through hard to get to good allows us to give ourselves the grace and the space to be in process. The same goes for the people that we're learning to communicate better with, the people we want to build a better relationship with. We're giving them space and them time to learn communication skills or even to realize that we're trying to change and grow in our effective communication. It's so important that you realize that when you've committed to a relationship and a business relationship, a client relationship, to have a great relationship with your virtual team, that's a commitment worth following through on and really building great tools into communicating with them well. But remember, it's a process. You are a work in progress. I am a work in progress. And we can continue together to learn to build better communication and better relationships for a more successful and satisfying life. I hope that helps while you're on this journey. Stick with it, hang in there, and give yourself time to grow and learn.